We're closing in on the end of Season 3, and it's the playoff push with the Jaguars trying to make it to the postseason for the first time in this franchise. We are currently on the outside looking in as the 8th ranked team in the AFC. We are 6-6 with first-year starter Chuck Johnson as our quarterback, and our remaining schedule is tough. We're going to play 3 division games and 3 teams that are currently in line to make the postseason. And that includes number 1 seed Indianapolis, who leads our AFC South. Our only way into the postseason is likely through the wild card. So far in this franchise, we have not been a late season team. We have not played well in those final weeks. And Chuck Johnson is here to try and reverse that trend. However, I want to point you to some kind of concerning trends in his stats lately, as he is currently on a 7-game streak of throwing an interception. We are 3-4 in these games, by the way. Over his last 7 games, he has thrown 16 touchdowns to 10 interceptions while being sacked 21 times per game. Seeing what Chuck Johnson has done this year, I definitely want to be patient, but I also want to get this team into the postseason. So can Chuck Johnson do it his first year as a starter? Something that should help us out is buying these focused players slots and having more ways to develop the young core of this roster, and we can go and get all 3 tiers right now. We have so many young players on this team I've been really intrigued with, different role players that I think have a chance to become more than that in future years. Maybe Joe Wilder is one of those guys. I like where his ratings are. He is a tight end receiver hybrid, as I've talked about, and I've thought about increasing his snaps at wide receiver. And signings such as Clark Phillips have worked out really well, and I think Phillips has a great chance this year of going to the Pro Bowl and getting a boost to star dev, which would make me a lot more interested in having him return, as he has 5 interceptions this year, more than the first 4 years of his career combined. Alright, so first game today, the 8-4 Jets are the opponent. They have a new quarterback in this series and still have a very tough defense. I think most of us are familiar with the star quarterbacks in the AFC, with Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and other great quarterbacks as well. Well, the Jets have Brett Surles, normal development, but high overall to go with it, and 99 throw power. Gotta love the way this game is unfolding. It is 17-0 in the first half, with the Jaguars looking for win number 7. Good teams maximize what they do in the final 2 minutes of a half. Here's Chuck Johnson. He swings it out to Travis Etienne for a loss. Can we get any extra points on this one? We're back at the 15-yard line now, as Johnson has to evade the pressure. Nearly throws it to the defense. So we're not able to put together one final drive in the first half. Our defense is coming off a game where we shut down Joe Burrow and the 9-win Bengals. We had 3 interceptions in that game. So can we finish this season strong and have it lead us to the postseason? Third down here for Brett Surles. He flips it ahead. It's Xavier Bullet outside. He gets the first down. With 99 throw power, you can't let him beat you deep, but they clear open the middle, and it's enough for a first down again. Bullet, who I believe was in the same class, I want to say, as Eli Arrington. Surles drives the pass outside, and Garrett Wilson, still with the Jets, hasn't demanded a trade yet, so they have a pretty good offensive nucleus. 15 yards out, Surles drives it, and they take it to the 6. 3rd and 1, Surles, it's hauled in at the 2. Inside give, and breaking the plane is young running back Shelton Short. Jets make this a field goal game. Brian Thomas at the top of the screen. Jaguars now seeing their lead disappear, and Johnson has it knocked away by Sauce Gardner. Full yard to go. New York stout against the run. Etienne right up the middle, bursting into the secondary for a big gain. Arrington, he's in the slot to the right. I thought about taking him out of it here as Travis Etienne continues to heat up. And they feed Arrington, who picks up the first down, diving ahead to the 24. Getting it out quick and easily for 5 more. I think our usage of easily has been awesome this season. And I know many of you have liked the way the playbook has looked this year. I'm going to make it available today. As Johnson has a wide open man. It's Arrington. Joe Wilder is in as the third tight end. 6 yards away. Weak side run. Travis Etienne puts it in the end zone. We're so much better when we can run the football and stay balanced. Great drive. You gotta hold on and win this. This is a must-win game now with us up 10. I feel like if we go 3-2 down the stretch, that probably gets us a 7 seed. Maybe doesn't. But 3-2 to me, when you're facing 2 teams that are like last place in their conference or their division, and then 3 of the big boys that are currently in playoff positioning, I think that's our route in. If they can get a touchdown here, though, it really keeps the pressure on our offense, and they're marching right down. Brett Searles, the young quarterback, has a receiver, Wilson. Looking for 6, they get it! No answers, and the Jets again make it a 1-score game. They run Etienne. He runs right over Gardner. What a run from Etienne. Yeah, I'm glad I kept him around, man. The plays he's making are just so big. And they give it to Trey Tucker now on the handoff as I moved Arrington out of the slot, which does reduce some of his carry opportunities. Some of those formations directly look for the slot receiver. Easily, very close to the sticks. Fake to Etienne, and throwing his way incomplete. Wish we would have kept it simple there. Especially if you're going to punt on the 4th down. The Jets have their opening. That punt doesn't look any good. But putting some faith in this defense now. Breece Hall gets the carry as we go inside 5 minutes. If they can stop us on 3rd and short, why not us? 4:35 on the clock. Hall will have it. And a bit more. Play action. Pressure on Searles. Incomplete. All right, matchup there at the top. We have Garrett Wilson along with J.D. Short. Searles spinning and sacked by Josh Hines-Allen. 3 minutes left to go. Trying to keep the ball out of their hands again. But Quinnen Williams with a loss of 3. 4-man rush. Not much. They dropped it too. Clock's not even going to hit the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 13, and getting out of there. What a run by Johnson! He's got the first. That is a phenomenal scramble, and it might just save this game for us. I don't think I've seen anybody make this play. Getting out of this to get a first down run? I mean, that is awesome by Chuck Johnson. One of the best plays he's made all year. Right up the middle now. No more losing yardage, guys. Jets using timeouts. Etienne straight ahead. It's 3rd and 1. Don't even think about going play action this time, Chuck. Just give the ball to Travis. Up the middle. It's a first. And the Jets are out of timeouts. That should be the ball game. Big win for us to move to 7-6. 24-21. Quality victory. And Chuck Johnson breaks the 7-game streak of throwing interceptions. I know what it's like to do that, but he breaks the streak, has the big scramble to continue this drive, and Etienne was huge. Again, yardage through the air pretty low, but only 23 pass attempts today. 8 yards an attempt is very respectable. We ran the ball well. That's what really matters here. Andre Cisco, by the way, player of the week with 6 tackles and 1 interception. Wow, what a game from Drake London, by the way. But we have another DB breakout scenario, and we've already seen Cisco get one this year. And he's already getting another one. So last time I did the high goal, which requires 2 deflections plus a pick. I'm going to go moderate this time. So now we need 4 tackles and 2+ pass deflections. Please tell me that interceptions can count in there. It's better than a pass deflection. But we have to do it against the Indianapolis Colts. And this team is so good right now in the franchise. They are 10-3 with one of the most dynamic offenses in our league. They already beat us earlier this season. We had some garbage time points in the end, making it look closer than it really was. But Anthony Richardson pretty much did what he wanted to in that game. And here's what we have with the additional focus player slots open. So now we have Sergio Baxter, Jonathan Moore, along with Martin Cooper, Chuck Johnson, and then Curtis Easley and Joey Harper, trying to maximize these 2 who are no longer rookies. Upgrading run stopper for Trayvon Walker, getting 2 play racks, some power moves. I feel more pass rush there than run stopping. And when we get chances, I'm looking at route running primarily with Brian Thomas Jr. And we get 2 short and 1 medium, giving him 84, 82, and 86 route running right now. By the way, loading in, I just saw like some of their X Factor icons. So they drafted Richie Kidd, start of the series, right? Superstar X Factor tight end. This year they draft wide receiver Jazz Macklin. He also is a superstar X Factor on an offense that has Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Anthony Richardson. You got to bring a real defense to the table if you're going to compete with these guys, or you've got to be prepared to put up 30+ points. Underway in one of the biggest games of the year. If we win this one, our chances of making the postseason go up so much. But it's the toughest team perhaps we'll face all year. A team Chuck Johnson played poorly against as well, with 3 interceptions and taking 3 sacks. How does this game unfold? We try to work outside here. That's David Montgomery. Doesn't really have the speed to get out there. So early 3rd and 10. Johnson with the play fake. Sends it deep. Wide open catch. And Brian Thomas has it for 51. Now that throw wasn't quite perfect, or that would have been 6 points. But we'll take 51 yards to jumpstart the offense. We need those big plays today. Johnson wide open, and Trey Tucker has it at the 3. And Arrington, he is in! I don't care if they say short. Is it worth a challenge? Yes, it is. It's the first half. These timeouts aren't as valuable. The right knee comes down in the end zone. Where is the ball at that time? Apparently a little short. At the 6-inch line, 2nd and goal. Right up the middle, that's a touchdown. It goes to Etienne. Great opening drive. And here is the dynamic Colts offense for the first time. There are 4 superstars or better on the field right now, and they find one right here in Josh Downs. Richardson, deep drop on 2nd down, and hits the check down. It's Taylor. Richardson wants to escape the pocket and cannot. It's Trayvon Walker. 2nd and 17. They get all those lost yards back. Make it 3rd and short. And Jags looking for a stop. They get it as Richardson throws at the feet of Pittman. Can they pin us deep now? Punting it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 8. Drive number 2 begins. Johnson to the outside. Arrington can fly as he picks up 21. Fake to Etienne, and over the middle, it goes to Arrington. 111 yards already. Did Johnson keep this up? They bring the pressure, easily counters it, gaining 8. We've done all of this with 1 yard of rushing on offense. 3rd and 3. Give to Etienne. Very close. They give him the first. Easily makes the grab. Not much. And now he's going into the locker room. That's not good. Setting up a screen. It is there for Arrington. Has a blocker leading the way as he brings it inside the 20. Misdirection. Straight ahead with Etienne. Really good possessions being put together. Can we somehow get 2 touchdowns to start? Arrington slot right. Colts playing very soft in the secondary. Johnson, pocket pushed. He's got Thomas now inside the 5. From the 4 and tumbling. Arrington, I thought he had the touchdown. I don't know what happened. We'll throw again, though. Johnson scrambling and easily scores the touchdown. What a start for Johnsonville. By the way, Colts turned it over on their very next play. And it was an interception for Sergio Baxter, the rookie. And before you know it, it's 17-0. So we're going to get a high-urgency Colts passing game the rest of the way. They're down 17, trying to get their first points. Richardson, the keeper, and he is in, easily driving through defensive backs to the end zone. Massive penalty by Andre Cisco on the next drive. Extends it for Indy. 3rd down and 6, right ahead of the 2-minute warning, and that is complete. Number 81, rookie Jazz Macklin. Spread out for Richardson on 2nd down, and complete. Downs at the 5. Colts wisely running clock here as Richardson looks to take off again. It'll be a sack for Josh Hines-Allen. On 2nd down, what a route by Jonathan Taylor. He's got the touchdown. And the Colts have gotten 2 touchdowns unanswered to make this a field goal game. Can we end their run and get some points again on this possession? Johnson fakes, sets up, and he will tuck it and run for a minimal gain. I think he wanted to, but couldn't let it go. 3rd and 3, quick hitter, and still on his feet is Joe Wilder. 1st down. Curtis Easley has not returned. That's a big loss for our offense. 1st down and out of there. Johnson, the stiff arm, he brought it back. 1st down. Play action, Johnson dumping, and Wilder again breaking tackles. If that's something he does often, then that's going to give him a better chance at getting on the field more. That's twice on this drive he's gotten extra. 3rd down now. Can't take a sack here. And wide open! Strange inside the 5. I could not believe there was someone completely uncovered like that. What a route. 29 is just completely lost. Running with Etienne all the way out and defended well. Got Arrington up here. He's had a great game. Johnson rolling right. Away from pressure. Into the end zone. Superman dive for a 2-score lead. And Johnson has his 2nd of the game. Richie Kidd has set up Indy on their next possession. JT the carry. Love Baxter flying down there helping make the play. Pressure coming. It's Taylor. This could be trouble as he's upended. What a tackle by Campbell. Third down. Richardson for the first down and more. Richardson, end of the third quarter coming up. It's Kidd inside the 5. Richardson's going to keep it, and he scores his second rushing touchdown just like Chuck Johnson. What a game we've had here in this game. This is an awesome episode so far. And Johnson facing 3rd and 4. He has time. Has to make a decision, and he's sacked. And that's going to give it to the Colts with the chance to take the lead. Richardson is intercepted! Picked by MrHurriicane. Runs it back to the 26. Just a lackadaisical floater over the middle there from AR. He's looking for the tight end, Richie Kidd. And that's why MrHurriicane has been one of the best coverage linebackers throughout his career. We are playing for our 8th win of the season, which would match our win total of last year. 8 wins is the best we've done in the franchise. Empty for Johnson on second down. There isn't much there as Tucker drops it. Arrington and Thomas are on the left. Or bottom, I guess. Wide open! Caught! Moving the sticks, Trey Tucker. As we go inside 7 minutes, ETN has space for one of the first times all game. Pressure coming. Johnson to Arrington! Touchdown! And a 2-score lead again. What a day. Richardson's going to try to scramble and does have the first down as we will take this game inside of 5 minutes. Indy's probably looking at one more possession in the game after this. Richardson, what a throw! Are you kidding me? On a rope to Jazz Macklin between 3 defenders. Come on now. That is unbelievable. And that receiver's only a rookie, too. 3-point game again, and a lot more time on the clock than I would prefer. How much time can we kill on this possession? Second down, Johnson. Nice grab by Tucker. Blitz coming. Johnson! Wow! It's caught by Thomas. I was really nervous on that pass. We unfortunately have to run one more play ahead of the 2-minute warning. Now, how could you do this in real life? You know how they don't really call the delay a game like as it hits 0? If it's like a half second or so difference like that, could you probably get away with that in real life, letting the warning hit? I wonder. That's a give on 2nd and 10. Good yardage from ETN. Colts trying to ensure they get one more possession. And a first down here would dramatically increase our chances of victory. Johnson will be trusted. He fires, hits Thomas. First down. Colts have 1 stoppage remaining. First down ends the game. 1:48 to go. There's ETN. Getting 3. Are we throwing here? Oh boy, this is for the win. Johnson scrambling. Doesn't get it. I kind of like that idea of having him scramble in that spot. So this clock is going to run down. We will kick a field goal now with under 30 seconds left to go. So obviously very important we make the kick. 42-yard try. Kick is away, and good. Jags lead by 6. Only time for a couple plays from Richardson. 20 seconds left. If they don't use the sideline, the clock runoff here in Madden 25 is really harsh. It kills a lot of time. I've seen a lot of 20-second runoffs on some plays. They have to get this, maybe 10 yards to feel good about an AR Hail Mary. Launch sideline, out of bounds. That took 5 seconds. Richardson on second down. He's chased, gets away, and then gets rid of it. Now 7 remaining. We're bringing pressure. Love the call. It ends the game. Jaguars score their biggest win of the year. It's win number 8. And man, we have looked so good these last 2 weeks. I talked at the top about how we had 5 games left. Basically 2 bottom feeders, 3 playoff teams. We just beat 2 playoff teams in a row. I also talked about Chuck Johnson's worrying trends lately. 7 straight games with a pick. How great has he been these last 2 games? No turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions in either. Hitting big plays along the way. In this case, it was a day where we didn't even have the running game to help him out. He just out-dueled Anthony Richardson. I can't get over how impressive Chuck Johnson has been throughout this season, continuing to surprise me. We upgrade Improviser this time. Scrambler is now the lead archetype with a 2-point lead, giving me some leeway to explore other archetypes if I feel the need to. What we're seeing here from Chuck Johnson, first off, is unprecedented for my franchise rebuilds. I'm also thinking that he's pretty much guaranteed to be our starter next season. And to see where this grows from here, knowing that there's still a good chance of him developing, hopefully keeping that star development. That's, a concern because Trevor lost his when I didn't think he would. But to see him go toe-to-toe with some of these teams and to play his best football in them, get us victories, it's awesome. So Andre Cisco doesn't get the breakout this time. He earns XP. And then we lost 2 players in this game, unfortunately. Curtis Easley will miss 3 weeks, while Martin Cooper will miss 1. The loss of Easley is a big deal. But we are now going to play our next 2 games against those 2 last-place teams I mentioned earlier. My blueprint for getting to the postseason was beating the Dolphins and Titans, and then one of the 3 other teams. Well, we've beaten 2 of the playoff teams already. If we win these games that we should, then we should have at least 10 wins. Things haven't usually been that simple in this series, but now would be a good time to change that. If you would like to use the playbook that I've been using in this franchise on the PlayStation 5 Madden Share, Jags YR3 will be the file name. You can check it out and use it for yourself. We're having a little strategy session right now. Let's talk about the Dolphins. We're trying to get our running game going here this week. I would say 2 touchdowns from ETN. It's hard to rely on yardage goals right now. Our yardage hasn't really been that high. When the season is wrapped up, I'm going to look through and tally up a lot of our plays per game. In my series now, I don't necessarily go for the same amount of plays that happen in real life. I go for the amount of plays that happen for the rest of our league. So I want our league to be more uniform. So if the CPU, the games that are fully simulated have 105 plays a game, then I want our games to have 105 plays a game. I'll worry about that later though. Travis says we can run on these guys. I believe him. We lost. And we ran for 96 yards. 29-18, Jacksonville, first off, went into the 4th quarter trailing 26-3. So maybe coming in a little overconfident after wins against playoff teams, we overlook the Dolphins and pay the price. 2 picks for Johnson after 2 games without interception. And now we're 8-7. We're back on the outside looking in because of that. Now we're the 9. We were the 8 earlier today, but there are a lot of 8-7 teams. Unfortunately, we haven't played most of them, so there are weird tiebreakers we have to consider. So maybe we have to win 4 out of our last 5 games then. So losing to the Dolphins, that was terrible. Thankfully, Chargers and Chiefs play this week, so somebody is probably losing that game. The Jets, by the way, have been slumping. They went from 8-4 and are now a 9-6 team. So there could be a tiebreaker that comes into play between us if they struggle further. But we have to worry about us right now. We lead the Titans late 14-7. Driving. Johnson completes, and around the defender goes Trey Tucker for the first. No Travis Etienne right now. It's David Montgomery in the game. We feed him, and he has not had the same juice. Third down for Johnson. Never had a chance. That's Tyree Wilson. Trying to close out the Titans. Jonathan Moore picks up a sack. Third down and 12. Only get 11. Hey, it's Deontay Johnson. Tennessee, 4.5 minutes left to go. They are still playing Will Levis, who gets it out of bounds. They do have a young quarterback. He has the future starter tag, but he has not overtaken Levis yet on the depth chart. I may end up dropping Levis's ratings just so they play their hidden dev rookie to get him a chance. That's an impressive arm, but doesn't get it there. Sometimes I will kind of help out these teams by lowering some veteran ratings so they play a guy I think they should. I'm pretty sure that when there is a future starter tag, a player needs to be within maybe like 3 or 4 overall points to actually start. And there's like a 5 or 6 point gap between him and Levis. So Tennessee makes this a 7-point game. We're going to try to run the clock out now, and I just don't think that David Montgomery is the guy to do it. So I have us playing Dontrell Maynard then. He is going to get the carries. Maynard, to me, looked good in preseason. And in the few chances he's gotten, he has shown some explosiveness, some good burst. But we're throwing it here on first down, and it's knocked away. Got to float that. Johnson to the air. Maynard, soft hands, gets out of bounds. To continue the drive and keep the clock moving, it's overthrown and picked. Too far ahead of Eli Arrington. Johnson intercepted twice last week and now twice in this game. The door is open for Tennessee. 3.5 minutes left. Wide open. Deontay Johnson. Good protection, and Johnson finally found a team that he's happy with, I guess. Pitching outside. And getting the first down is Joe Mixon. They are 2 yards away from tying this game, and Mixon doesn't score. Baxter the hit. To the air from the 1. It is held on to for a Titan touchdown. 10 unanswered. Baxter unable to knock this ball away from Larry Callahan, a really good young receiver. I do not want overtime. I don't even want the tie game. But Johnson needs to put the pieces back together here. I'm keeping Dontrell Maynard in. I'm making that call. He has more explosiveness, especially in the passing game here. 49 seconds. I want him out there. Jacksonville keep this from going to overtime. Chuck Johnson completes and Trey Tucker gains 6. 2nd and 4. Caught by Strange. Timeout Jags. They have 1. To the outside. Nobody in the area. And Tucker gets 9 more. 32 seconds on the clock as we try to get set up. Johnson has time. Launches to the end zone. Out of bounds. You have to keep it in the air here on 3rd down. Johnson uncorks it. Caught by Tucker. Can they clock it, though? Out of time. That's what I'm talking about with this late game clock run off. Like, don't simulate it all the time. Let me watch them run, and then we'll see the clock move naturally. We got too much yardage on that play, I guess. So we do have overtime after all. The Titans win the toss. Will Levis opens. He is blitzed and loses 13 yards. Levis fakes. Down the middle for Callahan. Third down is more reasonable, but the Titans have only converted 3 of these all game. The play action. Levis to the outside and knocked away by Cisco. The punt is away. A field goal now could win it. And we must... Ooh, what a hit on Singh. We must get in field goal range this time. I'm trusting a young running back in Dontrell Maynard right now, but it's a fake, and Johnson dirts it. Not all quarterbacks get the football away, and I like that Johnson does to avoid even worse plays, as we can come right back on second down, get that chain mover. They're bringing pressure. Johnson, oh boy. That was in the belly of a defensive tackle. From the 48. Swung out Maynard. He gains 8. From here, it's a 60-yard field goal. I wouldn't even want to attempt that. 3rd and 2. Maynard off tackle. Only got the first down. Okay, they have the kicking line on there too. It's confusing me. Now you're looking at a 55-yard field goal from this spot. Johnson will look to throw deep for Tucker, and it's knocked away. Johnson wanted to win it there. 3rd and goal, or 3rd and 8. Darrington bouncing off and taking it to the 22. He's special. Play action. Johnson drives it inside the 10 to Strange. 3rd and goal now for Johnson. Doesn't have to do much. He will run and walk us off. The Jags get win number 9. And that is the most wins we've had in any season. Now, I don't know in this case if 9 is enough for a playoff spot. But today, in these 4 games, we are 3-1. Setting up a massive season finale against the Houston Texans with a lot at stake. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 344 yards. When we had to have it today, Johnson delivered again. Brian Thomas, 2 touchdowns. Oh wow, Chuck Johnson has 4 upgrades now. He must have hit a milestone. Yep, 3,500 passing yards. 16K experience. That's amazing. So I got to spend these wisely now. We're going to go scrambler. Getting short accuracy, some under pressure, more awareness. I'm going to get a strong arm upgrade in there. I still need some more deep accuracy out of him. We do get 2 points of it. Then I'm going into improviser. Man, this is incredible. Medium and short that time. We'll finish it off with another scrambler upgrade. What a story this has been with Chuck Johnson. Now looking at pretty solid medium and short accuracy and 76 deep. Still something to work on. But the throw on the run, throw under pressure, break, sack, so much to like in his game. They now have him as the number 32 ranked quarterback, meaning he's technically, on paper, a starting quarterback. We do end up losing another player in this game, though. It might be ETN. It's not. It's Martin Siejkowski. So we'll play LaDamian Bigby at center. Easily still going to miss this week. And if the season ended right now, we would be the 7th seed in the AFC. So Kansas City leads the West, but the Chargers and Raiders now are 8-8. The Ravens would not have a tiebreaker over us, apparently. The Bills are above us with a tiebreaker. So that means Week 18 is a win and in game. We face the Houston Texans, who have the 7th highest scoring offense, 8th best scoring defense. This should be a great one. We played them at the very beginning of this season and now play them at the end. So they were the source of Chuck Johnson's first career win, and hopefully the source of his 10th. That is going to be coming your way next episode. Another chance for us to make the postseason. 28 touchdowns on the year now for Chuck with 18 picks, 3,600 yards. So if you're developing a young quarterback, know that 3,500 passing yards is a milestone you need to be achieving. And look how valuable it was when he wasn't even in his rookie season. 16,000 experience. That's massive. What does that do for a player like Lamar Jackson, who isn't in the first couple years of his career? So for him, it was only worth 154 experience. That is so different. That's one thing they've done this year to allow young players to have fast starts and big development early on. These milestones are key, and knowing what milestone coincides with each position is also important. I haven't done the work to know all the milestones, but that's 3,500 passing yards. In this case, Caleb Ross, he's 24 in his third season. He also hit the 3,500 passing yards, but for him, it was only worth 24.53. So that might not be an option if you draft a quarterback who's like 24 years old. You'd sure like that kind of a boost if you hit that. But Johnson has hit it at 22 years old. And in Madden, you have to remember that age matters more than years of experience. My main hope is they don't attempt to take away Chuck Johnson's development in the offseason. He does have a new tag, though, quarterback of the future, along with day one starter. Travis Etienne, 802 yards, 6 touchdowns. Chuck Johnson's been very effective as a runner this season. Brian Thomas leads us in yardage, tied with Arrington with 7 touchdowns, who has the most receptions. And Curtis Easley's had a great year, even missing some games. Like 600 or 700 yards was, around what I wanted him to have. And that's where he is. Yeah, Joey Harper's given up 14 sacks. We really have to work on developing him as much as we can. The rating of concern is probably pass block power, because he has 82 pass blocking. But I'll go with the pass protection archetype. I'm sure just getting that archetype better will be a plus. And Cooper, he's hurt right now and hasn't gotten a sack today, so he hasn't hit 10. I'm assuming that 10 sacks is a milestone in game, which means he's probably not going to hit it. 50 tackles is one, 15 TFLs is a milestone. And yes, 10 sacks in a season is one as well, that I'm sure would be really valuable to a young pass rusher like him. But he's off the injury report now, so he's going to play in Week 18. And we really need him to sack CJ Stroud in that game. Here is the depth chart for the Tennessee Titans, by the way. Will Levis, 5 higher in overall. They actually have Pat Richards listed as the 2, although Mills was holding kicks in that Titan game. I will try to nudge the Titans in the direction of playing their young quarterback then, by dropping the ratings of Will Levis. I think with a 2-point gap, they would play Ryan Mills. All right, that's going to be our episode today, everybody. Jacksonville does have a very successful episode. We won some games I wasn't expecting. We lost one I wasn't expecting. But we have put ourselves in a position to play for a playoff spot in Week 18. We have earned this, beating the Bengals, Jets, Colts 3 weeks in a row. Can we get one more win and celebrate playoffs with this team? We will find out shortly here in the Jags franchise. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications if you want to know the exact second when we take the field against the Texans for a win and in game. I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.